Baby, you're my wonder wall. Doo-doo-doo. Baby, you're my wonder wall. Doo-doo. All right, I think we're ready to go now. So technical issues. Yep, we're alive. Hello, everybody. This is MV broadcasting from the United Kingdom. It is now 10 minutes past 10 or 13 minutes past 10. What has been a long day, and I'm fully rested and good to go as we bring April to the end. There are 3 people here. Let's play ball, Bernie says. So here we go. My good friend Bernie Strom. Check out his channel. He did a lot of the Field of Dreams today and yesterday. So did I. So we've raced through April to get ourselves back on schedule, which we are. So after today's run, we'll bring it to the end of April and hand the baton over to the commissioner, one of the commissioners. Not Mr. Wilson, but Steve Tate. And by the way, Mr. Wilson is a big clue. So here we go. Some of the games are lined up. We'll get straight to it. Quick look at the league, though. Interesting start to the season. Philly, midlife crisis, leads 9-4 in his Sandlot division. Some contenders are there. Raindale in the division, which is proving to be already interesting. A whole gaggle of fiends are there, along with Manchester. The Naturals, nicely led there by Edmonton, chased by St. Louis and Chicago, my good friend David, and Nooch, defending champion. At the bottom, interesting. We've got our main man Carlos, a dark horse, leading Lehigh and Vegas. Vegas proving to be very adhesive in the early parts of the season. I'm looking to see some action from Todd B down the line. Let's go to it. Let's quick sound check from everybody. I suspect my sound is okay. Howdy/deep. What's up, fella? Let's do this. Okay, so here we go. April the 23rd. Bernie had completed the 22nd. We're going to go straight to it, and we're going to take a look at St. Pete, which has got all the tongues wagging in our league. That's our main man, Joe Murdy. Joe has had a challenging time over the first 6 years of this thing, but all of a sudden, he's a contender. Same with our main man, let's see now, Crystal Lake, which is /deep. So here we go. Let's do the rounds. Let's do it. Amazings lose to Washington. Hello to our good friend Jamie as he recovers from the hurricane. Beats Yoko 5-3 behind Cy Morgan. Looks like early win with the 4th loss of the season. Baker with the first home run. Lehigh Cleveland. Lehigh in a great game. If you go back and look at my last broadcast, 3rd game. They played Vegas. It was a great game. So Lehigh 10-5. Todd B. Cleveland 5-10. And Cleveland win behind Doc White. Faber with the loss. Willie Mays 2-3. Edmonton, San Francisco. Now there's a double header here. I should really do both games, shouldn't I? Let's go Vegas, T-Ville. T-Ville 7-1 over Vegas. Jack Taylor 3-1. Reynolds, the Chief, loses 1-2. Cedeno with a home run. Philadelphia and Florence. Florence go up 2-0. So we are going to try and be ambitious here. Jeff doesn't get a lot of love. So a lot of love coming to you, Jeff, as we try and do 2 games, a double header, and St. Pete, Manchester. Let's do this. Don't see a lot of Jeff's team. Let's have a look and see what's cooking. So, Jeff's pitching rotation is Noodles Hond, Philippe, Mike Moose Messina, and Twitchell. Crandall, the spot starter. Let's do this lineup. Deacon Philippe will go today for the Express. And the Safecrackers, the defending champion, Nooch's team, probably fielded the greatest team we've ever seen last season. The San Francisco Safecrackers. Here we go, folks. Game 1. Okay, folks, it's 22:17 in here in the UK, so it's in the evening, Eastern Standard Time. We'll try and get through 1 hour and see how many games we can fit in. I'll try and go as quick as I can. We're at Fenway Park today, guys, in 1944 Fenway Park. And leading off for Edmonton, a nicely green and yellow Green Bay Packers uniform, Charlie Gehringer will lead off for Edmonton. Defending champion Safecrackers off to a slow start, 4-6. Edmonton 6-4. On the mound, the Rocket, Roger Clemens. And Charlie Gehringer steps in. Here we go. 1-1. Deep fly ball to left center field. Speaker ranges over and makes the catch. One away. Here's Pete Fox. Batting second. Swings. Lined. Straight to Tris Speaker. No, he drops. Base hit for Pete Fox. Brings up Bernie Williams. One out. Inside corner, strikeout for the Rocket. First strikeout for Roger Clemens. Clemens on the season he's coming from is 21-6 in that season. Roger Clemens, 1990 version of Roger Clemens. He's at his athletic peak. Here is Fred Snodgrass coming up for Edmonton. 2 out. He strikes out and Clemens gets away in the first inning. Nothing across for Edmonton. And here we go, leading off the Grey Eagle, Tris Speaker. Ball to left center field. Jose Cruz, is that the original Jose Cruz, makes the catch. This is Jose Cruz Sr. Chuck Klein at the plate. 1-1. Swings. Line drive. He's going to get a double. Klein will stay around first. Cruz has a good arm in left field. There is Ted Williams. Wild pitch. Klein goes to second. Big debate last season of whether Ted Williams is looked after by Action PC. I can't remember what his final stats were, but it'd be interesting to see what did he hit last year. He was a champion, though. Blooper towards right center over Gehringer's head. Chuck Klein comes home, 1-0, Safecrackers. There is A-Rod. Deep fly ball on the left field line. Cruz going back over his shoulder makes the catch at the track. Great play there by Jose Cruz. There's Todd Helton. A good draft pick picked up by Nooch. There's the 2-1. Grounder up the middle. Ranging play by Gehringer. Nice backhanded play to Mattingly. And that is the end of one. Safecrackers 1, Edmonton 0. Don Mattingly at the plate for Edmonton. Pops it up. Carter is under it, waits for it, and makes the catch. 1 away. Jose Cruz. And a single for Cruz. Brings up Felix Lindor, having a great season in real life at the moment in the playoffs. Cruz going for second. And Edmonton caught stealing as Cruz is out there. Manager Jeff would not be pleased with that one. Lindor steps back in. 2 out here, top of the second inning. Clemens with a fastball straight to Cano. And Lindor is done for. Go to the bottom of the second inning. And Mo Vaughn will lead off for the Safecrackers. On the mound for Edmonton, Decon Philippe, 30 years old, coming from 1902. His original season, he started 30 games, pitched 272 innings, gave up 265 hits, only 1 home run. Philippe waits, gets a sign from Snodgrass. Here's the 1-0. Vaughn to right field, base hit. Mo Vaughn playing in his home park. Brings up Robinson Cano. Curveball. Pops it up to second. Gehringer ranges behind first and puts it away. Now we have an injury. Philippe is calling for the trainer, and we have lost Decon Philippe. Here we go. Brings in a player, Hooks Wiltsey. Wiltsey's been in the league before. Played briefly with the Red Bolts. Here is Dick Allen. Grounded to Geringer. Fields it over to Lindor. Lindor to Mattingly double play. Good play here by Edmonton as they still lead 1-0. Go to the top of the third inning now. And Scott Hallenberg from Moneyball fame steps in. Left-hand hitter gets on base. The 1-1. Line drive by Scotty. That's going to be a double. Speaker with it. Over to Cano, but Hallenberg in there with a double. Jose Ramirez comes in now. This is the Cleveland Guardian, Jose Ramirez. Here's the 1-0-2 count. Big strikeout from Roger Clemens. Third K of the afternoon. Here's Geringer. Grounded. A-Rod to his right. Looks the runner back at second. And they get Geringer. Allenberg at second. Edmonton just behind in this game. They're on the road at the world champion Safecrackers. Roger the Rocket Clemens on the mound. There's Pete Fox. The 1-2. In at the knee, strikeout. So we get to the bottom of the third inning now. Gary the Kid Carter comes to the plate. Here's the 0-2. Line drive to left field. Straight to Jose Cruz. One away. For speaker, the Gray Eagle. Changeup. Grounded to Geringer. Gathers it in over the first. 2 away. Charlie Geringer, 32-year-old veteran there playing second base for Edmonton. Felix Lindor, 25-year-old shortstop. So good field is around the horn here for Edmonton, carefully put together by Edmonton. Here's Chuck Klein. He waves and misses. 3 away, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 3 innings, San Francisco 1, Edmonton nothing. We come to Bernie Williams now. Grounds a short. A-Rod up with it over to Helton. He's safe. Bernie Williams gets on base. Here's Fred Snodgrass at the plate. Ground is Cano. Cano up with it. Throws to A-Rod. A-Rod doesn't turn the double play, but they get one. 1 man on for Edmonton here, top of the 4th inning. Roger Clemens going on the mound for the night. The Safecrackers. Throw to first. Snodgrass gets in on a close call. Mattingly steps in. Base hit from down Mattingly. Tony ball game. And Snodgrass is going for third, and he's out. Oh, poor base running there by Snodgrass. He should have got there, and he is thrown out. Let's look at that again. Mattingly hit it past A-Rod. Ted Williams picked it up. Saw Snodgrass, threw it over to Dick Allen, and Allen put on the tag. It's a bad base running there from Edmonton. Here's Jose Cruz. The 1-1. Swings. Grounded Cano up with it over to Helton. Got him after 3.5. San Francisco 1, Edmonton nothing. Ted Williams at the plate. That one hit deep to right field, but Pete Fox has it. 1 away. Wilson strikes out A-Rod. 2 away now for San Francisco as Todd Helton comes to the plate. And a single up the middle. Base hit for Todd. And Mo Vaughn, the powerful hitting first baseman, steps in. 1 for 1 today, batting .306 already on the season. Breaking ball. Over Geringer's head, base hit, and Vaughn is going to go for 2. And Helton is going to skate round third and score 2-0 Safecrackers. This was a lineup that was lights out last year. They had Derek Jeter at the top of the lineup. Not as powerful this year. Wilson gathers himself. Cano at the plate. Lefty on lefty. They're going to give a pass to Cano and go for Dick Allen. There's a 2-2. Lunged it and missed out of there. So after 4, San Fran 2, Edmonton nothing. Felix Lindor leads off. Card ground to Helton. Helton over to Clemens. 1 away. Scott Heilenberg 0-2. Clemens strikes him out. That's the 5th strikeout for the Rocket. Here's Ramirez stepping in now. 2 out already for Edmonton. Ramirez swings and rips a single through the middle. And a base hit for Jose Ramirez. Charlie Gehringer steps in. Throw to first. And he's picked him off. Great pickoff move. Let's have a look at that again. Clemens to Helton. They get Ramirez. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Carter grounded to Mattingly. Mattingly to Wiltz. Out. 1-2 to Speaker. Deep fly ball to right center field. Fox on the run. Nice catch on the run by Pete Fox. Keeps the score 2-0. Hooks Wiltzer. There's 2 seasons in him, I think. This is his only season, really. Looks in, there's Chuck Klein at the plate. The 1-1. Klein hits a liner over Lindor's head. Base hit for Chuck Klein. Don't get a chance to see Edmonton. There's Ted Williams. Cuts it. Pops it up. It's typical Ted Williams. The game doesn't like him. Deep fly ball to right center by Gehringer. Tris Speaker on the run. Makes the catch. At the warning track to retire Gehringer. 1 out. Pete Fox at the plate. Here's the 1-2. Strikes out. Bernie Williams. Off to a good start to the season, Bernie. 1 for 2. The 3-1 from Clemens. Way inside. And Williams draws a 2-out walk. Snodgrass at the plate. Williams on first. Stepped on the ground, up the middle, base hit past Cano. Williams looks to go to second, but Speaker's got that arm. 2 men on for Edmonton. Can they do something here? Dummy ball game at the plate. He's 1 for 2. 2 out. Deep fly ball to center field. Speaker should have this, and does. And that is the end of the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors after 5.5. No, it's not the end of the 6th. 5.5. Safe Crackers 2, Edmonton nothing. A-Rod leads off the bottom of the 6th. Nicely done by Bernie Williams. Ground ball up the middle. Gehringer fields it, throws to Manley for the out. 2 quick outs there. That's Hooks Wilson going about his work. Fly ball by Mo Vaughn. This one's going back, and this one is gone. Mo Vaughn, first home run of the year. 309-foot blast. And Mo Vaughn makes it 3-0 Safecrackers. Remember, Edmonton started with Deacon Philippe. He's out of the ball game. Fastball to Cano. Ground ball to the third base. And a great play by Jose Ramirez, diving for that play. We go to the top of the 7th inning now. Jose Cruz will lead off for Edmonton. Clemens down the middle of the plate for a strikeout. Rocket up to 96 pitches. 7 strikeouts. It's Felix Lindor. Struck him out. Roger Clemens Got the fastball working. Scott Hallenberg, always a good man to have on base. Digs in for Edmonton. The Rocket on an 0-2. Fastball up the middle. Cano throws to first. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, they go down. Okay, so here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning now. Safecrackers have a comfortable lead, 3-0. Dick Allen, what a shot! Leads off with a home run. Dick Allen with his first home run of the season, and this is more like the Safecrackers. It's Gary Carter and Doc Crandall, coming into pitch. Doc Crandall, 23 years old, from 1910. Here's the 0-1. And Carter's out of there. There is Tris Speaker now, batting just .267. 0 for 3 today. Deep fly ball in right field. This one going back. This one, folks, is out of here. Home run number 1 for Tris Speaker. And that's 5-0. Safecrackers looking like their old selves. It's Chuck Klein. Fly ball to right center field. Fox is there. And that's another one out. That's 2 out. Safecrackers had a great season last year. They won the division. 105 wins. Probably could have had more wins had the Red Bolts not been in the same division. And we also had Vegas that was tough in that half of the league. They managed to beat the Red Bolts in the playoffs, then beat Vegas, and then got to the final. And my memory has gone here as to who actually got to the World Series. Was it Clue? I'll have to look at that second game. Here's Ted Williams. Line down the right field line. He's going to get a double. So Teddy Mulligan gets a double. There's A-Rod. And over the head of Lindor, Williams will come around third. Jose Cruz will try and throw. No, he doesn't. And it's 6-0. It's Ted Helton. Ground ball to the mound. Crundle over to first. Got him. Let's go to the top of the 8th inning now. Clemens still on the mound. Jose Ramirez will lead off for Edmonton. Roll through the middle. Cano backhands it, throws to first, and Helton is pulled off the bag. So Cano makes an error. Garinger fly deep to right center field. Speaker going back. This could be out of here. No, hits the wall. Ramirez will come around. Garinger's going to get an inside the park. No, it's gone. I thought it hit the wall. It's gone. Officially, that's out of here. Charlie Garinger hits his second home run of the season. 6-2. So a wild ball game last night between Vegas and Lehigh. Can we see it again? Fox is out of there. Clemens showing signs of wear. San Francisco in their bullpen have Myers, White, Jimenez, Rivera, Manuel Rivera, Dick Tidrow, and Bruce Sutter. That's a pretty good bullpen. Here's Bernie Williams. There's the 0-2. Swings. Rips a line drive up the middle, base hit. Snodgrass at the plate. Fred Snodgrass, the catcher. 1 for 3. Clemens bears in. Gets a sign from Carter. Goes to the backstop. Williams will go to second. Here's Snodgrass again. Whoa. back to shoulders inside. 2 men on now for Edmonton. This is the comeback. Clemens up to 126 pitches. And now they're going to bring in Dick Tidrow. Is coming in from the bullpen. Dick Tidrow, 32 years old. Here's a 2-1. Mattingly swings, shallow fly ball down the right field line. Klein stumbles, but then makes up ground and makes the catch. Chuck Klein, 31 years old in right field. This is his first year in the league. Tidrow gathered himself. Here's the 2-2. And that's a blooper to second. Cano has it. And that wraps that up. After 7.5, we go now down to Mo Vaughn, who's had 3 hits today. He strikes out this time. Cano 0 for 2. Pops it to short. Lindor waves everybody away. He has it. It's Snodgrass. And that one's hit to left field. Base hit. No, Allen going for 2. The Safecrackers got Dick Allen on second. Here's the 1-1. Hard grounded. Garinger fires to first to retire the side. We now go to the top of the ninth. Last chance for Edmonton. Like I said, we don't see them that often, but we are seeing the superstars of both teams playing today. Lindor steps in, batting .256, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Not a big day for Felix today. Francisco. Grounded up the middle. Cano goes to his right, fields it over to first. And Lindor is retired. Hattie at the plate, 1 for 3. In there at the knees, Tidrow does his work. Strikeout. 1 out away for a victory here as Jose Ramirez steps in. 1 for 3. He cuts it back to the mound. Tidrow to Helton. Got him. No runs, no hits, no errors. That's all we have from Fenway, folks. The Safecrackers win 6-2. Safecrackers had 6 runs on 12 hits with an error. Edmonton 2 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Deacon Felipe, they lost him early, so Deacon off to a slow start. He's 0-3. Wilson came in and pitched reasonably well, and Crandall finished the ball game. But Clemens will get his first victory of the season. Rocket was integral to the Safecrackers last season. So this should be good as we say hello to David Lando. David, kill me. So, good game there. Dick Allen had 2 for 4 with a home run. Vaughn had 3 for 4, went 3 for 4. Speaker 1 for 4. Garinger 1 for 4. So here we go. As we get rid of that one. And another game is down, folks. So, that's the first one done. We will play this one out. So, the second game between Edmonton and San Francisco. San Francisco take the second game between Smokey Joe Wood. Noodles Hahn takes the loss. Wilson goes 3 for 4. So, the final game of today, we wanted to take a look at St. Pete to see what's under the hood at St. Pete as they go against the famous Red Bolts. It's a bit of self-indulgence, which I don't often do. Well, I do about the Red Bolts, just don't play them, but I'm playing and make no excuses. Let's see how good St. Pete really are. So Joe Murray's St. Pete Sharks. Barry Zito goes a lefty against Ray Collins, another lefty. So 2 lefties go at it today. Let's go, folks. Let's see how good this team is. Barry Zito 3-0. Ooh, good start. Last time I saw Barry Zito, he was being carried out of the league. So that was a couple of seasons ago. In fact, it might have been in the previous league we did called the Shanks League. Either way, he wasn't very impressive. But here he is, 3-0 start. against Ray Collins, the Manchester Ace. There we go. So we are playing at Coors Field, which has a big hitting effect. Not as much as last year, but still very good all the same. Here we go. Collins on the mound, and Frank White will lead off for St. Pete. That's interesting. Really good to see St. Pete's team. There's some great players on that team. Power galore. Look at this. Oh, Giambi, Joey Bats, Batista, Winfield, Canseco, Crandall, Tejeda. Listen, this team is here to play. I think the Red Bolts have got their hands full with this one. Anyway, here we go. Frank White. Collins gets ready. Shallow fly ball to left center. Roush makes the catch. And Roush, a mainstay of the Red Bolts, had a few injury concerns earlier on in the season, but Reggie Smith has gone down, and Roush is back in the lineup. Edwin Encarnacion steps in. He is the DH for St. Pete. Great to see St. Pete here. Up the middle to the whiskey. And a safe run from Encarnacion. So a runner aboard for St. Pete. Watch out, Night Raven. Watch out, Dwayne. Watch out, MV. Watch out, whoever else is in the division. We have a contender, the St. Pete Sharks. There's the 0-2. Towering fly ball to left center by Giambino. Roush goes back and makes the catch. 2 away. Encarnacion goes back to first. There's Jose Bautista stepping to the plate. A blooper to center field. Drops in front of Roush. Encarnacion will try for 3 as Roush juggles the ball. And Roush with an error. This is not the sharp play of Ed Roush of old. 2 men on as Dave Winfield, an ex-Red Bolt, comes to the plate. Dave played in the first season, been a veteran of 6 seasons. Here he is, stepping up, big power bat. Already had 3 home runs on the season. Collins winds up. Here's the 0-2. Bounced down the first base line. Votto will field it and take it to the out himself. That's it for the St. Pete, but a good start. On the mound, Barry Zito, 22-year-old Barry Zito, the Giant, at the plate. And XA. Rodney Scott leading off here. He's the platoon guy instead of Joe Morgan. Here's the 1-0 fly ball to left center field. Winfield goes back and makes the catch. Batting second is Jolting Joe DiMaggio. Came over in an interesting trade with Hadley Lake. Soft line to second. Frank White is all right and makes the play. 2 away. Here's Ed Roush. Fans love Ed Roush here in Manchester. He settles himself down. Zito gets a sign from Crandall. Here's the 1-1. And Zito makes an error and Roush is on base. Rudy York steps in. Roush a threat to steal. There goes Roush. Crandall fires down to second and they get him. He's out of there and it's the end for the Red Bolts. So after 1 complete, St. Pete nothing. Manchester a very high sense of anticipation here for the St. Pete Sharks. I'm very happy that Steve and Joe, well it's all of Joe really. Steve just gave a few tips. Joe, really good to see Joe doing so well already. I don't hope he wins, but I hope he does well. Here's Jose Canseco. Ground up the middle. Tulowitzki has it. Over to Votto, and that's 1 away. Tulowitzki at 10. At short, injury prone. Good defense here by Manchester. Camboya, Tulowitzki, Scott's reasonable, and Votto. Collins settles down. Fly ball by Del Crandall. We saw Doc Crandall in the previous game. And he flies out to DiMaggio. Miguel Tejada at the plate. This is a star-studded team from St. Pete. The 2-2. Line drive, and that is out of here. Miguel Tejada says, say hello to my little friend. Bang, that's out of here. 1-0 Sharks. Matt Stairs comes in. He's the right fielder, left-hand hitter. There's the 1-2. High pop-up. York goes back. And it's in the stands. Here's the 1-2. Low and inside, and Collins walks stairs. Frank Wright is all right. Steps in. 1-0 pitch. A blooper over Tulowitzki's head and a base hit. St. Pete looking dangerous as Stairs goes to third. And here's Encarnacion. The 2-2. Struck him out. So the Red Bulls lucky there. And big cheers as Rudy York steps to the plate. Here's the 3-2. And it's a ball, and York gets on base. Brings up Frank Robinson, who came over in a trade with Vegas. I think Carlos Delgado was part of that trade. Here we go. The 3-2. Chased a bad pitch, and he gets the strikeout. Zito with his first strikeout of the ball game. Tulowitzki at the plate, batting .316 already on the season. Here's the 0-2. A wild pitch. York will go to second. Tulowitzki steps in. Here's the 1-2. Well hit fly ball. Going back is Canseco. And he's under it and catches it at the 390 mark. So Tulowitzki gave it a big ride. Here's Ken Boyer, who came very close to the cycle last night. You know, he did. Yeah, I think he didn't make it. Misses a home run. Fly ball to Canseco. And he's out of there. So we go to the top of the third inning. Jason Giambi lives off. Roll to Savano. 1 away. There's Bautista. Outside and high. So Collins having a bit of trouble here. As Dave Winfield steps in, a man he do not want to make a mistake to. There's the 1-2. Deep fly ball. Roush going back and makes the catch. Ed Roush, a serious contender for center field of the year. Always is. Every year he does exceptionally well in the field. Here's Jose Canseco, batting .412. Here's a 2-0 pitch. And a blooper over Tulowitzki's head. And again, the Sharks are threatening. And Bautista at third. His power is everywhere. Del Crandall steps in. Here's the 1-2 breaking ball. Ground to Scott. Scott fields it over to Tulowitzki. And that's all they need. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 2.5, St. Pete showing well, 1. The Red Bulls struggling, 0. Now here's a position the Red Bulls will struggle with. The DH position. Here's Smokey Burgess. Here's the 3-1. High and outside. So Burgess goes to first. Joey Votto steps in. There's the 0-2. Strike 3 called. Zito looking very good. There's Rodney Scott, a man brought in to replace Joe Morgan. Here's the 1-1. Curveball to Tejada. Tejada up with it. Over the first. Got him. That was his only play. Here's Joltin' Joe DiMaggio. Fastball. And a bloop single for DiMaggio. Burgess will not have the speed to come around to tie. Yes, he does. He comes around third, and Burgess barrels down the third base line and scores. 1-1 Red Bolt St. Pete. As Ed Roush digs in. Zito gets a sign from Crandall. Here's the 1-1 counts. Roush swings down the third base line. Bautista with an easy play to Frank White. And that ends the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. After 3 complete. St. Pete 1, Manchester 1. Tejada steps in now for St. Pete. Here's the 0-2. Down to Ken Boyer. Gold Glover over to first. Got him. That's why you have Ken Boyer at third. Matt Stairs in. Batting .750. There's the 0-1. Swings. Excuse me. Fielded by York. He won't make the throw. And Stairs has an infield single. Here's Frank White. The veteran Kansas City Royal. 28 years old. Here's the pitch. Deep fly ball to left field. This one is going back, but DiMaggio lopes there and he's waiting and makes the catch. 2 out for St. Pete. And Kern, they've already had 6 hits in this ball game. Here's Encarnacion. Oh, a key strikeout by Collins. So after 3.5, St. Pete 1, Manchester 1. Rudy York steps in. There's a 3-2 outside. And York will walk. And Frank Robinson. Swing and a miss, and Frank's off to a slow start. Tulowitzki 0 for 1, 1 man on. Zito working well for St. Pete. However, he's got 2 on now. Ken Boyer steps in. And now Crandall will go and speak to Zito. Here's the 3-2. Inside corner. Got him. Got the punch out. And here's Smokey. The round figure of Burgess steps in. He waits for the pitch. The 3-1 pitch. Just low, and Zito losing a bit of control here in the 4th inning. Now here's Joey Votto, who does walk a lot. So let's see what happens here. Here's the 1-1 curveball. Deep fly ball to left center field. Winfield going back. And he's under it and makes the catch. Red Bolts miss an opportunity. Here's Jason Giambi. 1-1. Base hit. Oh, and DiMaggio juggled it. And Giambi slides it to second. However, the Giambino is injured for St. Pete. And they're going to walk Bautista, and will the throw Clark will pinch run for Giambi. Here's Winfield. There's the 0-1. Fly ball down the right field line. Robinson going back and makes the catch. Okay, so here is Jose Canseco. He's hot so far this season. Here's the 0-2 from Collins. He pops it up, infield fly. Boyer has it. 2 away. Sharks still threatening. Here's Crandall. Crandall lifts his high to left field. DiMaggio makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error after 4.5. St. Pete 1, Red Bolts 1. Zito still on the mound for St. Pete. Welcoming everyone who is watching St. Pete for the first time this season. Hello, LSU. Didn't see you there. Good to see you. Just wrapping up April. Here is Rodney Scott. And Zito is showing some control problems here. And he walks. Here's DiMaggio. It's popped up. And Crandall will collect. No, it's foul. So we'll do it again. Rodney Scott on first. No one going. A pitch out. Throw to first. Scott is back. In the dirt. Gets by Crandall. And Scott will take second easily. In fact, he's going to go all the way to third. Nobody out for the Red Bolts. DiMaggio, this scene is set for him. Roush on deck. Here's a 3-1. Deep fly ball in left field. This one's going back. Canseco makes the catch, but Scott will tag, and it's 2-1 Red Bolts. Ed Roush steps in. Here's a 2-0. Shallow fly ball. Stairs will have it. 2 away. Here's Rudy York. The 2-1 to York. Fly ball. Winfield has it. And Red Bulls lead 2-1 as we go to the top of the 6th. Tejada leads off for Sharks. Deep fly ball. Roush measures it. Makes the catch at the track. Here's Matt Stairs. Struck him out. Collins. A bit of a strange afternoon for Collins. Manchester's weakness is their bullpen. They want to get Collins as far into the game as possible. Collins strikes him out. They go to the bottom of the 6th here. Barry Zito on the mound still. He said he's fine. Let's go. Popped up by Robinson. And Bautista's under it. 1 away. Tulowitzki 0 for 1. Ground ball to first. Will the Thrill picks it up. So 1-2 away. Ken Boyer struggling at the plate so far. Third in the season, only April. Here's a 2-2. He rips it past Tejada. And it's a base hit for Ken Boyer. Zito looking a bit ragged out there. Here's Smokey Burgess. Line drive by Burgess. This could be a double. And it is. And Boyer comes home. Burgess going for 3. A triple by Smokey Burgess. So 3-1 Red Bolts. Here's Joey Votto. 2-2 count. They won't pitch. Who do the Sharks have on the bench? Ooh, here's the weakness. Koroboski, Isringhausen, and Nabel are warming up. And they had a choice there of all those relievers, but not many. Here's Rodney Scott. And the Mad Hungarian coming in from the bullpen. So how Koroboski on the mound with all of his theatrics. Koroboski with his back to the pitcher. Punches his glove and he's ready. Here's Rodney Scott. Ground ball to White. White over the clock and Koroboski gets the out. Top of the 7th inning. Encarnacion at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Collins still going for the Red Bolts. Deep fly ball to center field. Roush going back. He's in trouble. No, he makes the play. Roush signals to DiMaggio with a smile. That's how Ed Roush plays the game. Here's Will the Thrill Clark. The 0-2. Weak fly ball. DiMaggio lets it go in the stands. Clark steps back in. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. Past Tulowitzki. Base hit for the Thrill. Tying run at the plate as Jose Joey Bats Bautista steps in. York has a few words for the flashy Bautista. Here's the pitch. Well hit fly ball is left center field. Roush going back in, has it. Great play by Ed Roush. Here is Dave Winfield. The 3-2. Too far outside, and Collins has lost him. Collins doesn't like the call, and in typical Red Boat fashion, he is ejected. Good boy. Good boy. We don't put up with crap. So Collins is ejected, and there's danger on the base path, and even worse, there's danger on the mound, as Manchester bring in Charlie Hall, who's actually one of the better relievers. So Charlie Hall, a mixture of starts and relief innings. There he goes, is Steve Tate's picture. Got a hold rating of 4, so they may run on him. Here's Charlie Hall. Canseco strikes out. Joe DiMaggio steps in now as Hrabosky again goes into his strange routine. Slaps his glove and turns around. Here's a 1-0. Ground ball, pass White, and DiMaggio's on base. Hrabosky snorting on the mound as Ed Roush steps to the plate. 0 for 3, Ed. Possibly the best hitter on the Red Bolts. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground, base hit, and Roush. DiMaggio gets the third on a poor play by Canseco. So here's Miguel Tejada with a poor play. That's what cost him. Nobody out, runners on the corners. The big slugger, Rudy York, at the plate. The 2-1 pitch. Base hit. This could be a double. DiMaggio comes home. Roush round second. And Tejada tags York, but he's safe. 4-1 Red Bolts. Here's Frank Robinson struggling with hits. Hrabosky, the lefty. It's good to go. 0-2 pitch. Robinson strikes out again. So Tulowitzki steps in. Here's a 2-0. And a base hit for Tulowitzki. Roush will score. York will score. 6-1 Red Bolts making a statement here against St. Pete. The upstart St. Pete Sharks. Ken Boyer steps in. And they're going to bring in Corey Knebel, or Knievel. So Corey Knievel comes in. Or Corey Knebel, someone to help me out here. As Ken Boyer rests himself at the plate. Ken just trying to get his base average up. Slowly getting there. There's a 3-0. Down and inside, and Ken Boyer will walk to first. Tulowitzki at second. And here's Smokey. 182. Here's a 2-2. Shallow fly ball down the left field line. Canseco makes the catch. 2 away. Joey Votto at the plate, 0 for 2. And that's what I love about Joey Votto. He gets on base, never mind his batting average. He's got a 400 plus on base percentage. That's all you need. Rodney Scott steps in. Crandall goes to settle Nebel down. Bases loaded, breaking ball. And they walk in a run until the Whiskey scores. It's 7-1 Red Bolts. Joe DiMaggio at the plate. 3-1 count. DiMaggio swings. Ripped to right center field. Base hit. 2-run score. Oh my. 9-1. I was really expecting a lot from the Sharks today. Instead, it's a blowout so far. Ed Roush at the plate. 1 for 4. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Rips it. Frozen rope to Bautista. And that's it. 6 runs and 5 hits. No errors after 7. Manchester 9. St. Pete 1. And Charlie Hall on the mound to wrap it up for the Red Bulls, hopefully. Here's Del Crandall. 0 for 3 today. Swings. Roll it down to third. And rolls foul. The 1-2. Single up the middle for Crandall. It's Tejada. Blooper to center. So you never know in this league. We've seen many great comebacks. So Crandall's at third. Tejada's at first. Runners at the corners. And here's Matt Stairs. 1 for 2 to lefty. Hall just gathers himself. Maybe the Red Bolts have been too complacent. Here's the 3-2. Inside corner strikeout. A clutch pitch there from Charlie Hall. Here's Frank Allright's Alright White. The 1-1. And there's a blooper over to Lewinsky's head. Crandall will score. Now Hall is one of the better players in the Manchester bullpen. Not known for his prowess. Rod Beck, the shooter. Billy Koch. Charlie Smith and Hoyt Wilhelm. Not one to inspire confidence. Encarnacion! Bunt to left field. Tejada will score. Frank White will hold. DiMaggio had trouble in the corner. And that is a nice play by Edwin Encarnacion. So, 9-3. 8th inning, top of the 8th. 1 out. Runners on third and second. Will to throw Clark. Fly ball down the right field line. Robinson has it. The tag from Frank White. No, he doesn't tag. It's a 2 out. Robinson's arms are 7 this year. Here's Jose Bautista. He's very dramatic. There's a 3-2 count. Deep fly ball to left center field. This one's gone. No, Ed Roush makes the play. It's after 7.5. Red Bolts 9. St. Pete 3. Corey Nebel against Rudy York. York to right field. Stairs makes the catch. There's Frank Robinson. Tease this one. Hit deep to left field. And Canseco makes the catch. I thought that was gone. Troy Tulowitzki, 1 for 3. Late call strike. So after 8 complete, we get down to the top of the 9th inning. Dave Winfield booed to the plate as he steps in as an ex-Red Bolt. Ground to first, Votto has it. And that brings up Jose Canseco. Popped it up, 2 away, I think. Boyer makes the catch. So the Sharks down to the last players. Dale Crandall steps in. Pops it up to second. And that should do it. Manchester Red Bulls 9, St. Pete 3. St. Pete do have a dangerous lineup. I'm just not sure about their pitching so far. But they have scared everyone so far this first week and a half, 2 weeks. And the Manchester team skates away with a victory. Zito pitched 5. He looked really good early on. Then his control went. Ended up walking 7. Collins for Manchester pitched well enough. He had his stuff today. Gave 1 earned run and gave up 8 hits. That's a serious lineup, though, that they have. Al Hrabosky, the man Hungarian, did mad stuff on the mound and lost quite a bit of hits and runs. So that's it. Let's wrap up this week now, folks. So I did 2 games in an hour, which is a bit off pace for me. I slowed down. I think yesterday has caught up with me. So the 23rd of April, let's have a quick look. Everybody's done. Right, here we go. On the 24th, just to wrap it up now, folks, unless I do one more, which I could do. St. Louis, amazing. The St. Louis Hawks now showing their stuff. They win 8-0. Clayton Kershaw with the win. Schilling with the loss. Delgado, the big acquisition, with his 3rd home run. Chico's Bell Bondsman, that's Buckshot's team, against Bernie's Vegas. It's Walter Johnson on the mound, and it's Chico's that win that one. Walter Johnson, a 3-0 record. Goose Gustin, 2 home runs. Crystal Lake and Lehigh. This is a team on the rise, Crystal Lake. 8-4, they take down Lehigh. What's up, fellas? That is Crystal Lake's the Killers. That is our great mate, our great friend, Slashed, who has his own day designated, by the way, by Steve. I think it's the 13th, the Friday the 13th of May. So T-ville, Beantown, these 2 teams are very similar. Had I had a bit more stamina, I'd have actually done this game. T-ville 11-1. Wow. Make that 12-1 as Carl lost his genius. Pays off again. Mark's Beantown Bombers getting bombed. T-ville on a 10-game winning streak. Luke with the loss and Billy Pierce with a victory. Can Hadley Lake take on the D-Gens and take some solace in the fact that Mike doesn't like to watch these games? Let's see what happens. D-Gens win. Tommy John with the victory. Dizzy Dean with a loss. So, Will, I'm sorry again, Will, but all that talent, I hope it pays off for you. Cleveland, Florence with the victory. 7-4 over Todd B. Aaron will be pleased with that one. Long Island, this is the Legends old team, against Midlife Crisis Philadelphia, and they shut them out. Al Leiter takes the loss. Palmer gets the win. Washington, Hagerstown, I'm hoping Washington does us a favor. And they do. Juan Marichal, the Dominican dandy, with the win. Necro with the loss. Dan Bruthers, 3 for 5. St. Pete, Manchester, identical records. Jacob DeGrom goes for Manchester. Manchester wins behind Charlie Hall. In relief, Leonard and Ripper Collins with 4th home run of the season. Edmonton, Lancaster. Lancaster wins 10-1. Moose takes the loss for Edmonton. So Edmonton dropping down the standings just a touch. We go to the 25th. Let's see if we can speed this up. Let's just do it. Play April 25th. Amazing wins. Edmonton wins. Chico's wins. Lehigh wins. Beantown beats T-ville. D-Gens lose to Hadley Lake. Florence loses to Cleveland. Philly beats Long Island. Washington beats Hagerstown. And Manchester just squeaks by St. Pete. J.R. Richard with the win. And San Francisco blanked Chicago. I'm going to look in the chat. If there's any requests. Chicago. Okay, here we go. We are going to do the 26th, folks. And let's see where we are. 25th was done. And here we go again. The 26th. Play ball. Hagerstown over St. Let's see this. Hagerstown wins over Washington. Amazing beats St. Louis. St. Pete go down to Manchester. Jimenez with the win. Lancaster lose. Weaver loses to Noodles Hahn, who's looking really good. San Francisco beat Chicago. Steve versus Laurie, great player for Chicago. Trispeaker 2 for 5. Beantown T-ville, I should play this game. 7-6 as Beantown now start to make their move. T-ville have lost 2 in a row to Beantown. That's their nemesis, I think. Hadley Lake lose again, sadly, to D-Gens. Nothing against Mike's team, but I want to see Will's team do well. Will hit me up for a trade. Here we go, 27th. There we go. D-Gens T-ville 8-2. So T-ville getting some spankings here by Beantown and now the D-Gens. And Beantown Hadley Lake. Come on, Will. Nothing against you, Mark. And Hadley Lake getting a win. So Roughing with the win. Hernandez with the loss. Dawson 2 for 4. Here is Cleveland. Where's Cleveland in the league? In the Moneyball League. Against Philly. And Philly does well again. 3-2 victory. Long Island, Florence. Long Island 6. Florence 1. Jack Feaster with the win. The lefty. Sixto Lescano. I do love that name. With his second home run of the season. Big game here as Charlie Smith goes against Washington. And Washington win. I knew that would happen. Charlie Smith is not that good. Coombs, so Manchester gets stopped there. And let's go to the 28th. Here we go. Hadley Lake beats Beantown. Lehigh beats Chico's. Florence beats Long Island. St. Pete over Amazing. Crystal Lake, the Killers, lose to Vegas. T-ville gets back to winning ways with Jack Taylor, a good stopper. D-Gens take the loss. Cleveland 2, Philly nothing. Washington nothing. Manchester 7, Jake DeGrom with the win. St. Louis down by Hagerstown. McGinnity takes the loss. St. Louis having an interesting time with McGinnity and Christy Matheson as Comer takes the win. Who knew Comer would do so well? Second home run of the season for the Mick. San Francisco, that's Nooch, with a 6-5 victory over Edmonton. Quick look at the standings as we closing on the end of the month. T-ville still ahead. Lehigh just behind. Vegas tucked in just behind them with Long Island. Cleveland and then Hadley Lake. Chico's, this is a tight division, the Sandlot. As there's some teams in here. The D-Gens, the Beantown Bombers, Crystal Lake, Philadelphia Chico's, and hopefully a resurgent Florence. That's going to be a tough division. The Naturals has also got a tough division. Every division is really tough, to tell you the truth. So San Francisco 9-6, Edmonton 8-8, St. Louis 8-9-9, Chicago 7-9, and the Amazing 6-13. The rain delay, which has been the hype division for closest. There's teams that are all competitive. Let's see, Manchester just ahead of Hagerstown. St. Pete spoiling at the moment and looking good. Washington 9-10, and Lancaster 7-9. Box. Here we go. 29th, let's play ball. Beantown lose to Hadley Lake. Grinky with the win. Cleveland lose to Philadelphia. Chico's lose to Lehigh. Mordecai Brown, fourth win of the season. Seaver takes the loss. Biggio with his first home run. Long Island over Florence. San Francisco behind the Rocket beats the Moose 10-2. Crystal Lake Killers put a beat down on Vegas as they lead 10-0. Maddox 2-2. Reynolds 1-3. Cabrera with his seventh home run. That's Mickey Cabrera. T-ville and D-Gens. Pierce with his fourth win of the season. Tommy John 2-3. Washington lose to Manchester. Ray Collins with a 3-0 victory over the Dominican dandy ex-Red Boat Marshall. I think Marshall played for me in the Shanks. Fletcher 2 for 5. And St. Louis returned to form. 13-7 over Hagerstown. Clayton Kershaw with his third victory of the season. Jenkins takes the loss. The Duke expected to have a good year. 5 home runs. And we come to the last day of the month. Shortened schedule. Hey, have I got enough in me to do one? No, let's let it roll. St. Louis, Hagerstown. St. Louis 3, Hagerstown 7. Kent to Colby with the victory in relief. Kevin Brown takes the loss. St. Pete Amazing, that's an interesting game. Claire with the victory, Knebel with the loss. As Amazings get back to form with a 4-3 victory. Crystal Lake Vegas. And Crystal Lake 2, Vegas 11. Bob Lemon 2-2, Gibson 1-3. Erstad, a man I do like, 3 RBIs. And finally, Chico's Lehigh. 11-6. I would have done a few more games, but we've been tightening up the league a little bit. So that's the end of April, folks. A quick look around the league. Here we go. Philadelphia leads their division 12-7 over the Chicos. That's going to be a tight match all the way through. Crystal Lakes, everyone's still in the league so far. T-ville and Lehigh and Vegas are going to slug it out. It looks like in the Moneyball, early season form suggests T-ville got a great team again. They got to the World Series and lost. That's it was T-ville to San Francisco, which was a lights-out team. Manchester just nudging ahead now at 12-6. We'll take that for the first month of the season. Hagerstown just behind, and the vaunted Lancaster team is only four back. Plenty of time to catch up. James Washington is there, and surprise package St. Pete, just a few games behind. The Naturals, that's going to be an interesting division. Chicago holding fire at 7-9, former champions. You've got 3 world champions in this division. Nuke just ahead of Clue St. Louis team. Jeff's team holding pat at 2.5 games back. So everybody's looking good so far. Batting leaders at the moment, Tony Oliva from Crystal Lake on a 13-game hitting streak, batting 173 OPS at the moment. So Tony Oliva for the Killers doing very well. Derek Jeter, who is the all-time hits leader in the league, 6 seasons in, continues to confound, batting 406. Good to see a Manchester man there. Ripper Collins, looking good, planting from one side of the plate, batting 411. Coming up to the plate playing third base, Ripper Collins. And Stan Musial, ex-Red Bolt, having a good season when I've not got him. The stadium might suit him, so I'm sure Bernie is very pleased. Willie Stargell having a good season for the Generals. There's the much-hyped Carlos Delgado having an exceptional season so far for the Hawks. He wasn't doing it for me in preseason. Here's a man I do like, Darren Erstad, doing very well for the Vegas Stars. Bobby Veach, he's going to be excellent for Lehigh. Mickey Cochran, Black Mike, he is doing exceptionally well for the Express. And this is Todd Hundley, doing very well for the Indians. I do like this Todd Hundley. Home runs, Larry Doby is for the Beantown Bombers on an 11-game hitting streak. The Bambino, yes, he's in the league. I think this is his 4th season. 1921 version of Babes. He's not even into his stride yet. And we already know he's going to hit some serious home runs. Cabrera for Crystal Lake, doing exceptionally well. And Ken Williams, who's been a nice surprise. Well, not a surprise anymore. I've learned about Ken Williams in this league. Just continues to rake. So there we have it. There's the All-Star team as it stands. To my surprise, Ripper Collins is in that team. Ex-Red Bolt Stan Musial is there. Noodles Hahn, another Red Bolt. Noodles Hahn is up there. Philadelphia's Vida Blue up there, 4 game winning streak. Lancaster's Russ Ford is leading league. Now he is a bad boy. Zito has had a good start to the season despite the last game we just saw. Who is this guy? Another Lancaster guy, Cy Blanton. So what's Night Raven been up to here? He's got some good pitch in it, definitely. Mordecai Brown. Look at Ed Seacott. I got rid of him for J.R. Richard. That might have been a mistake. Because Seacott's not even due to have a good season this year. He's looking good. There's Ray Collins on a 3-game winning streak. Quite happy with that. Jacob deGrom. Looking good. And they're playing in Coors Field, so quite happy with that. Jose Rio for the Firebirds. Firebirds? Who did the Firebirds? Florence. Walter Johnson having a good season. The Candyman, John Candelaria, looking good. Let's look at the save, guys. Ronnie Fingers, ooh, he's looking lights out already with a 0.93 average, ERA, sorry. Wow. For Philly. O'Day. Jason Isringhausen. And who's leading strikeouts? Not surprised. Rube Waddell, although not as spectacular as he normally is. Walter Johnson. Nolan Ryan, usual suspects, you could argue. Bill Bradley, the third baseman, having a good season so far. So the first month is over. Just thought I'd show some of the stars of the league so far. There's Davey Lopes, Tony Perez from Florida. Surprisingly, there's Bobby Aber. This is the guy that's probably caught my eye the most so far this season. Bobby Aber. So, from me, and the manager of the year so far is Carlos. Surprisingly. Right, so from me, it is a good night from me, from MV. I have done my little bit for the league. Press the like button if you do like. It's a bit of a thing now. I'm going to try and get myself up the ranking, so to speak, just for a bit of sport, not for money. But yeah, just want to get to 100 thing. I'm just short. Let me get to 100. So anyway, so yeah, that's it. So that's the end of the day for me and for the league itself. I shall zip the file and send it back to Commissioner Steve and the impatient Big Clue. So we're back on schedule, which is nice to see. My voice is, apologies if I'm not my usual energetic self, but I did push myself the last 2 nights to get this done, along with Bernie Strom and Steve Tate. So let's looking forward to Will 2, Mike maybe, Buckshot when he's ready and good to go, or anyone else that's there and maybe to broadcast as well, because it is stamina draining for sure, but we shall see. Anyway, so from MV, thank you to everyone that came in the chat tonight. I know there was quite a few that came in at different points, some just watching, and that's good. But I can't remember who came in to the chat. I think it was, let me see, Bernie obviously, David definitely. I think we definitely had Slashed in here tonight. Apologies if I've forgotten anyone. Let's see, Washington, Lancaster. Might be Night Raven Clue might have been in here. But whoever did come in, it is much appreciated. As always, Steve might have come in. And if you're not in, you should be. Right, okay, so take it easy. Hope your team won this week and your month has gone very well. And let's get the second one started.